Your party has been traveling overland to Glantry City, tracking down rumors that one of the princes of Glantry is looking for brave adventurers willing to undertake a special mission, for a suitable fee, of course. You were especially eager to receive the commission, because the princes of Glantry are noted for their generosity, not only with money but also magical gifts. Leading pack mules laden with supplies, you have been following a river that the local inhabitants assured you would lead you to Glantry City. Unfortunately, no hired guide was available, and either the directions given you were wrong or you have taken the wrong fork by mistake. At any rate, you have good reason to suspect that you are lost and will have to retrace your route tomorrow. The sun is setting and it is time to make camp. The most defensible campsite is on a nearby hill. The night passes safely, though everyone's sleep is plagued with nightmares. When the sun finally rises, you stare out at a world gone mad. Instead of the hill where you made camp last night, your bedrolls now lie in the foyer of an ornate mansion. A freshly swept carpet graces the floor. The walls are decorated with bright, colorful tapestries. Brass candelabras line the entranceway. They show signs of having recently been polished and are filled with candles. More frightening than the sudden change from wilderness to a mansion, is the smoky grey mist which surrounds the mansion at a distance of 30 feet, blocking all sight beyond. No sound penetrates the mist. A mule which accidentally wandered into the mist was quickly lost to sight, though its lead rope was clearly visible at the edge of the mist. When the rope was hauled back in, the dead body of the mule was dragged back into the sunlight. What killed the mule cannot be determined, but it died with a horrible look of pain on its face. The mist advances on the mansion even as the party watches, but luckily it does not enter the foyer. The double doorway to the interior swing open into the main hallway by themselves. To those who would be free. The secret that will break the curse surrounding Castle Amber and lift the grey mist is engraved on the inside lid of Stephen Amber's casket. To summon Prince Stephen's tomb from beyond space and time, 4 magical items are needed. The 4 items, the enchanted sword of Scylla, the viper-circled mirror, the ring of Ibon, and a potion of time travel, can all be found in Averoigne, our old homeland. Touch ring to viper's tail. Anoint the sword with the potion. Shatter the mirror with the sword, and Prince Stephen's tomb will appear. Search first for the Gate of the Silver Keys. Scylla. The enchanted sword. Sephora. Meliki. Viones. The viper-circled mirror. Gaspar du Nord. Peregrine. The ring of Ibon. Luc le Chaudronnier. Les Hibou. Times. Potion of time travel. Azadarak. Jahon. Moriomis.
Greetings, I'm Logan, the G.I. Joe Gamer. Tonight, we're talking about my favorite basic D&D module for the BX series, Castle Amber. I'm going to put the cover up on the screen so you guys can take a better look at that. There's the original cover, and this is what the artwork looks like without the rest of the cover. And so we're going to say hello to some people in the chat. While that's up there, we've got Seth Lordley in the house. Greetings, sir. Hello, Cool Gamer. Hello, Ray, Dave. Hope you guys are doing all right. Looks like Tiger has joined us too. Welcome, Tiger. So I just want to have some fun and talk about this module tonight. It's definitely my favorite Beckby D&D module. I also have the rear cover I can bring up. Hello, Bobby. How you doing? It's good to see everybody tonight. Hope everybody enjoys my review of Castle Amber. Very unique take on an adventure module. Here's the rear cover and the artwork without the trappings. I thought this was really cool artwork on the back there. All right, what do we got here? Everybody saying hi still? Okay, so this was part of the old like I said, the old Beckby D&D. It was actually even before they revised it to do the basic expert companion Masters and Immortals, which is all contained in the Rule Cyclopedia here, which I just acquired. It's a print-on-demand copy from DriveThruRPG, but it does the job. It's really nice. Let's see here. This actually was part of the original BX series, basic and expert only, before they added the extra stuff. And this was for the expert series. It was X1. I mean, this is X2, the second in the series after Isle of Dread, which I took a look at last month. Hey, Nosorian, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope so. Hope I can convey my thoughts pretty well today. Had a pretty rough week, so hope I'm doing okay. We'll take this out of here. Naturally, on the back here, we've got my Lenharrow conversion, so that I could run it as a Lenharrow adventure, no problem. Now, I put these in magazine bags and boards to keep them really nice. Let's see what we got comments-wise. Everybody's just saying hi still. That's cool. Good to see everybody. Oh, looks like we have somebody new. Hello, Mariah Michelson. How you doing? Let's go over here and take a look and see. I have subbed up to you, Mariah. So I try to sub up to everybody who joins us for the most part. All right. Now, see, Castle Amber, like I said, it had a unique take on adventure modules. It had a lot of French wording in it. The French version of this is Chateau d'Amberville. And I hope I didn't butcher that with my American accent. Hey, Bert, how you doing? We like Rocky. Let me see. I'm glad to hear that Jess is doing okay, Ray. And I'm glad everybody's taking the time to hang out with me tonight. Now, this particular cover was the last one in the expert series to have the yellow stripe right here. Let me see if I can do this the right direction. The cover. Now, X1 did, and then they revised it, but they never revised this one. So this would be the only one of the expert series that didn't have the orange bar across the top. So kind of cool. Not all of them had an orange bar, but they had a bar across the top. Most of them, a lot of them were orange. Now, what I liked about the inside cover of this, and this is really old because I got this way in the early 80s, even before the revised edition came out. So this was like one of the very first modules I ever purchased. Good to see everybody. Now, this has some really cool artwork in it, and as you saw in the tribute video, some of these I do have that I'm going to bring up for you, like this particular pick right here. That was the Wild Hunt. So you've got the Master of the Wild Hunt there, riding on a stag, it looks like, and some minions with him, riding on wolves or wargs. I thought this was some really, really cool artwork. Now, the interior artwork of this, let's see, the credits for this one, I'm pretty sure are the back. A lot of these ones were, but not all of them. Yeah. So this was written by Tom Maldivey. Like I said, the credits are on the back here. Let me show you there the credits. And it doesn't really say who the interior artists were. I know that the cover artwork is by Earl Otis, or Errol Otis, however you want to say it. So this is really awesome artwork. Now, a lot of this interior artwork, unless you can find a signature, if they don't tell you who did the interior artwork, you wouldn't know. So it's good stuff, though. It kind of looks like Clyde Caldwell's work, who's also a really cool artist. Hello, Alan Williamson. Welcome, sir. Go Bills Mafia. All right. So, like the intro, I had this this whole start of the adventure. I had that with that British accent gal at the beginning. That was all AI generated, so it was a lot of fun to do that. And I also added at the back this part here. to those who would be free. So beginning and end, basically. I do have a bit of art I wanted to show you through from the book. There's some really cool stuff in here. I love this pick of the banner near the beginning of the module. Beard game is strong. Thank you, sir. Now I will probably start putting some stuff up in the chat there. But like I said, that pick is so small in this book. But, you know, I remember this so well as a kid. I was 13 when I purchased this, maybe 14. So, I think I was 13 because it was just before the revised edition came out in '83. So I'm pretty sure that I was 13. I actually got this in a KB, a KB Toys, in a 3-pack of other modules. I got some really cool ones in there too. Hello, Kiwi. How you doing? G.I. Joe Customs and Collections. Rev Rats Rides. Everybody saying hello. Hello, DL, National Parks Princess. How you doing? Sydney Cat. Oh, looks like everybody's coming over and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Hello, Black Widow channel. Good to see you guys. Back with a beard was only a foot long. This is the longest I've ever grown my beard in my life, but I'm enjoying it. This is a new face. Hello, Claire Moodster. Acoustic Karaoke. Sorry if I butchered your name there. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Let me see. Check it out here. And see you on YouTube. I had not subscribed up to you, Claire. So that has been remedied. And Alan, I'm going to boost you in here as a moderator. Been hanging out with me for quite a bit, so I appreciate it, sir. Okay. This does the usual stuff at the beginning. It has your random encounter charts for certain areas of the adventure. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Black Widow. Let's get some background music in here because it's fun. Go with Let Them In by J Terra. Lots of chat going. Hello, RPG Exiles. It's good to see everybody tonight. Now, this one basically just starts you off in the adventure, and you basically just start right in the foyer of the castle. Now, I'll bring up the map for that real quick, let you guys take a good look at how it starts. Because how it starts is definitely not where the module goes. This you could do several play sessions in this particular part of the adventure. There's also a basement. My music cuts in and out. I don't know why it's been doing that. So, hello, Minimum Tiara. Welcome. Nice to see you. Hope you enjoy my review. Now, like I said, the Castle Amber map, this is just the initial map, and over there in the west wing on the left-hand side, the very left-hand corner at the bottom is where you start in the foyer, and you explore the three wings, one of which is the chapel. You explore the west wing first, and then you go into a massive indoor forest. It's really cool. Hello, Patty Fish. Welcome. And my head's I put everybody up there. I'm sorry. Just trying to get things going tonight. Everybody's subbing up. That's cool. Okay. The really interesting thing about this adventure is that as you get playing, like I said, just in the West Wing alone, there's so many cool things. You run into a boxing ring where you can actually box a golem that's designed specifically for that. That was a lot of fun. Nice to see everybody chatting. There's a dining room scene where you can go to the dining room, and if you eat the food, random things happen. And I've actually incorporated that in a lot of modules. People eat or drink stuff and have a bunch of random things happen. A lot of my adventures are based highly off this adventure. I love so much about it that it just is ingrained in my Dungeon Master brain. And it's very easy just to add things like that into an adventure. Let's see. FtH says, I can find every D&D except that one. And he was referring to, are you referring to Castle Amber? You don't have that? DVD. Oh, okay. So he's talking about something else. All right. That's cool. Anyway, it goes through just the west wing here. It's the biggest section of the first part of the module. And then here you are. It's not a very big module. It's only 28 pages. And so on page 8, you finally get to this indoor forest. And I love this pic of this maiden sleeping with this unicorn. And what's really going on there is that's a dragon. So that section is called the Dragon and the Unicorn. It's a lot of fun. So there's going to be some spoilers here, but that's okay. This is like almost a 40-year-old adventure. Yeah, in fact, it's older than that. All right. So I'm glad everybody's chilling and having a good time here. And this is where you run into the Wild Hunt. It's in the indoor forest. So there's a lot of really cool things in here. It's like you're in a castle and then suddenly you walk into this forest with this massive glass dome over the top. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, this I'm gonna bring up the artwork of the banner again, and it's this dome here in the middle. These massive domes. That's what indoor forest is. It's kind of interesting how they give it to you from this perspective, because you start on the west wing and they show you the center of the manor house. You'd have to actually go outside and walk around, and it's actually dangerous to do that. So I thought it was interesting that they had that particular piece of artwork in there. Well, let's see here. They have some bloodthorns in here, which was a really interesting encounter with these thorns. Like, do some nasty stuff to you off the roses. Really cool stuff. And when you run into the Amber family scattered throughout the castle, they are some crazy, messed up people, and they played off of that in the sequel, which I'll talk about in a little bit. I did do a tribute video for the sequel, like I did for Castle, like for Isle of Dread, for Castle Amber, because it's a totally separate adventure and it really has nothing to do with this. Plus, it's part of the Mystara series and comes with a CD, and I wanted to kind of do a video about Mystara and the CD play adventures. Welcome, Hack. Good to see you. Slipped in there and I missed you. Sorry. Now, like I said, there's a scene where you can run into this cleric and you hear this like scratching, and if you go let this woman out of a tomb, she comes out and it's like his sister, and she starts attacking him. Some of the stuff that you can just describe to your players in this adventure is just over the top. This takes place in the chapel area, which starts on page 10. So there's so much information in so little space in these old modules. Sometimes less is more, and it feeds the imagination, and that's how I feel about a lot of these old modules. Yeah, it's nice that you're asking about Jess and Ray, and I hope you guys are both doing really well. He said she was feeling better, so that's cool. All right, I think the only one I haven't shown, the only piece of art I haven't shown is the map of Averone, which I'll get to here in a bit. Get ahead of myself. In the East Wing, you run into the dining room, and there's this pic here where they're all skeletons, a lord and lady, and they're watching a jester who's a skeleton. And there are certain things you can do in here that can really mess you up. And one of them is a wizard, and a wizard skeleton, yeah, not a lich, but a skeleton that can cast spells. It was definitely a unique feature in this particular module when this came out. I thought that was really cool. The Ghostbusters flashback. Let's see. Ray says, for Regina, he says, I think she may be as bad as she's going to get. If so, she's had a worse cold, so lucky. Well, that's nice to hear, Ray. But tell Jess we hope she gets feeling better, for sure. There also is a basement that you can explore from the. I think you get there from like the East Wing and the chapel areas. It's pretty cool. It's been a long time since I ran this module a little bit. Once you get into the basement, there is a gateway, and if you gather up these keys throughout the adventure, and once you get all the keys that you need, you can open this gateway to a different world. And in order to complete the adventure, you actually have to go to this whole other realm called Averroad. And this is based off a book or a series of books by let me see, Clark Ashton Smith. And basically, he wrote a series of books: The Enchantress of Solaire, The Colossus of Ealord, The Beast of Averroad, The Mandrakes, The End of the Story, and The Baker of Gargoyles, and Mother of Toads. They're like I said, they've got this big bibliography back here of all of the author's work that they based this entire module off of. And from what I understand, this is a unique adventure, not taking place in the books, but uses the world that he created, and has a lot of things from it, like the magical devices and everything. So this wilderness adventure in the middle of a dungeon adventure, I thought that was fantastic. But this was an expert module, and generally the expert series focused on wilderness more so than it did dungeon. The basic series actually did a lot more dungeons, but there were still dungeons in the expert series, and this was a really good one, but it also incorporated an indoor forest, which made that wilderness, and then you go to a different realm, which is all outdoors, and all through this massive forest of Averroad, which was so cool. I have a story that I like to tell about this adventure where the tiger actually ran it for us one time, and we ended up setting this inn on fire in Averroad, and we just burned up the forest. And we kind of quit playing at that point and never actually finished the adventure. But it's a lot of fun because you have to go at the end and collect all these items in Averroad in order to return. Basically, what you do is once you collect all the items and do this ritual, you actually summon the tomb of Stephen Amber. And I'll show you. Like, there's I think this is really cool because there's like this overview of the manor house and the basement below, and then it shows you how you get into those areas. Very well detailed map for its time period. Let's see. All right, Rev Rats Ride. Thanks for joining us. Hope you like what you saw while you were here and had fun chatting at least. Good to see you. Now, then he gets into the dungeon, and there are so many cool traps and just horrific monsters down there. There's something down there called a brain collector, and I know there's a really cool pic of that in here. Like I said, you can open up, once you summon Stephen Amber's tomb, you can go in and actually talk to him. And he was this powerful wizard that was trapped in there by his family. And basically, by summoning you technically resurrect him, because he's technically dead in there. It's kind of cool. Very interesting module. And the detail on Averroad, though, is very limited. I mean, it starts clear back here on page 18. Or 17? No, 18. I was right. And just a couple of pages. And it has your wandering monster table for Averroad. And there's this werewolf you have to hunt down. That's really cool. And so this particular adventure can be over in a session or take weeks, depending on how the game master or dungeon master runs the game. Now, me in particular, I've ran this module 2 or 3 times. And the first couple of times, I basically just played the Banner House, and then we quickly, I put all the parts to summon Stephen Amber's 2 in the Banner House in various parts of it. And then when they opened the Silver Gate, that's what opened Stephen Amber's 2. So there's a lot of different ways you could do this. That's not the way the module was originally intended, but as a game master, that's your prerogative to change an adventure to suit your campaign and your needs. And this particular one invokes the imagination to the nth degree. I believe so. And like I said, here it is. There's the brain collector down here. And what basically, he basically kills these victims and absorbs their brains into his own head and makes it part of his intelligence. So whenever he kills a victim and absorbs their brain, he gets smarter. This nasty creature. And if they can cast spells, he suddenly can cast spells. It's kind of neat. Hello, Seraphis. How you doing? Oh, visit us from the Oz. Thank you, sir. You always love Castle Amber because the front cover of the map showed up the lands. Yes, sir. Me too. Averone is fantastic. Front cover is great. I like the back cover too, man. These images just stuck in my mind. But this Colossus, this particular creature right here is a 100-foot tall golem, and it's pretty awesome. They actually later on used that as a basis for another monster called the Earthshaker, and that was one of the companion series modules. Very cool. I'm glad they remember their roots. They don't seem to be doing that so much anymore. There's like a death unit, and it's pretty nasty. And then you've got, like I said, there's a lot of new monsters in here. D&D did that in almost every module with that new monsters, really. But I'm pretty sure all of those are collected in the Rule Encyclopedia from all the old modules. Really cool. Not the modules, but definitely all the books. All the rule books. Let's see. Saying hi. I like the sound CDs for Returning to Calvin. Yeah. For the Mark of Amber. Yeah, I was about to talk about that. So get there, Tiger. Like I said, they have like a ton of new monsters. Now, in X1, they introduced the Radium, which is an intelligent spider. That's included in here, too. A giant amoeba, the Emer Lotus flowers, a mud golem, crabgrass. A lot of these I still use today. Killing trees. Like I said, the lupin, which was also in Castle in Isle of Dread. And it was included in here too, and I use that in my Remember the Canton game that I've been running. They haven't run into the lupin yet, but I took them right out of D&D. So, and then they have the Megans, which are the golems. I can't really see that very well, but these are all the different humanoid golems that they created. One of which they used as a boxer. The crabgrass was Rue. All right, now they had they also introduced pagans. It's a type of human that just worshipped a different deity, and if it wasn't one of the standard deities, they called it pagan. Hello, Victor. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Rounded down here, talking about Castle Amber, almost to the back end of my review here. They also included the Rakasta, which is the Catman. I think more so this adventure made it so I wanted to include Catman in my campaigns all the time than Isle of Dread, because I know I played this one more. I know I solo adventures with Isle of Dread a lot more because I didn't have I had moved away from where I originally played D&D just a few months after I started, so a lot of my original playtime was on my own, unfortunately, and back then it wasn't so easy to find a group of players. All right, now let me see. They also had a slime orb in here and what they call a sun brother. And then they got your vampire roses, which the vampire roses were just a nasty monster that stuck in my head. And of course, after you free Stephen Amber, if you succeed, the castle, the manor house, crumbles apart. And it was just interesting that they included this image in module. But so classic, one of the coolest. To me, the best D&D module they ever made. And they made a lot of them. I mean, Keep on the Borderlands is great. So many good ones. I will take a look at them in sequence. So the next one I'll probably be looking at is either X3 or B3, or I might start the companion series. But, this next month coming up, I'm going to be actually looking at Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 1st and 2nd edition, and describing some of the differences and what makes them, to be the same game, just revised. And DMs can use what they want. But anyway, the sequel to Castle Amber was Mark of Amber. And I will take a quick look at it. Very nice box that it came with. And I do have the adventure in a bag and board. And it comes with a bunch of poster maps and stuff. And I don't really want to take all that out. But the artwork for this was pretty intense too. Like I said, though, it was part of the Mystara series. And the main reason I didn't do a tribute video for this too was because I haven't found the CD for this one yet. I've got so many things in so many different places that it's hard to find. Now, I do have all the audio for it in my MP3s with the rest of my music, but it's not the same as actually showing the CD. And if I do a proper review of it, I definitely would want the CD to show you too. And I do have it somewhere, I just have to find it. Anyway, I'm going to slide this back here. The magazine bag and board. Show you guys how I don't do tape. I do kind of a tuck and crease system that works really well. And again, I have my Lenharrow conversions for that, so I can just run it as a Lenharrow game, no problem. And that's generally what you have to do with just about any adventure. If you want to convert it to your campaign or whatever game system you're using, just make a trick sheet and make it work for your game. I know a lot of game masters don't use trip sheets. I find them very useful, especially when you're running a game, because all your statistics are right there. I just need a drink. A lot of your old D&D modules came with combined creature statistics, and that also stuck with me to make truth sheets for every adventure I write. So the ref can have all the creature statistics in one place. And I do remember the old Dungeon Master screens. I have several. I have the first edition D&D one. I don't think they put out a Dungeon Master screen for the basic D&D that I recall. It's possible, but I never had it. Ray says his boy Darkness is very gingerly nudging his leg tonight. Cool. He's been befriending a stray cat. He's got a lot of shorts on that and some long-term videos too. So check out Rudini. In fact, I got links to a lot of friends in the chat here. Please check out their channels. Everybody's still saying hi. So you got to show the love to those that show it back, the sword. That's right. That's right, Victor. I totally agree. I haven't been very active in that regard this week. Haven't exactly been myself. Had a lot of pain yesterday, especially. So, all your rules for your Beckley D&D can be found here in the Rule Cyclopedia. This is a really cool book. And so if anybody has any questions about Castle Amber, please shoot them at me, and I'll see if I can answer them for you. Let's see. Isaac says he needs to befriend a stray cat, but see all the rats here. Yeah, well, SoCal. I actually saw bigger bugs in Inland Empire down there in Southern California than I did for rats. Let's see. Luna won't let there be rodents here. She eats them. Yes, that's we got a Mauser, and I'm grateful for that, because not all cats are. You think you get a cat and it's going to take care of the mice? Not all of them do. But if you get lucky, you get a Mauser. And, you got yourself a built-in mouse trap. Really, that's how you build a better mouse trap. You get a cat that is a Mauser. Anyway, Castle Amber. My final thoughts on it. It's a really well played out adventure. I think a lot of what became Ravenloft is based off this particular module, including the first Ravenloft adventure. You start out and you get surrounded by mist, and you wake up somewhere else, very Ravenloft. Then you're trapped there, just like the original Ravenloft module. If you go out into the fog, you actually suffocate and die. So it's pretty intense for an adventure for basically teenagers. When this came out, that's who their target audience was. In fact, they wanted ages. This one doesn't say, but a lot of them said ages 10 and up. And it's like a 10-year-old. That would freak a 10-year-old out. And as a 13-year-old, a lot of the stuff that happens in that adventure, like I said, stuck with me. So, everybody's chatting about rats and things of that nature. Well, Bobby, I'm going to be taking off here pretty soon, too. I'm pretty much wound down here and got all my points across. I thought, somebody wants to see my shirt. This Bastard Sword, it's a game invented by Bear, the Gen X GM. Look for in the description, TSRPG. It has TSR right in the name. In the description, and that would be going to the Society of Role-Playing Gamers. And he also has his own channel now that he's changed his main channel to the Society of Role-Playing Gamers. He started up a new channel. He actually turned this over to another YouTuber to continue the efforts of his fantasy game, and the shirt says "Fantasy Role-Playing Bastardized." That's what it says down below. And it's a fun game system. I helped with some of the spell design for the system. Not a lot, to be honest, but definitely Bear has a lot of really good ideas on how to run games and stuff. He on his channel he does on the Society of Role-Playing Gamers. They run a lot of really cool live play games, Star Trek in particular. They did a Palladium game not too long ago that was really good. So worth checking out. Now over here, we use Lenharrow, and soon in the future here we'll be doing a quarterly game, an ADD second edition game on Spytech's channel. So that's something to look forward to. So we're going to be doing that. You were gone for like 2 minutes, Bobby. No more DC. Anyway, like I said, if you guys have any questions, shoot them at me. But other than that, I think I'll wound down with the whole concept of Castle Amber, where you get trapped inside the castle, and you have to go into a different world to collect items, and then summon a tube, and then have the occupant of the tube actually grant you a wish. I think it's a pretty cool adventure, and do some accents. Maybe when I run the game. Like I said, I had a rough week, so I've been really dry too. So hope everybody enjoyed my review. Okay, Ray, that's a good question. Well, this is the original D&D module. that came out in, I believe, 1981. And I picked it up in 83, shortly after I started playing D&D. It's just back pain, Spine Ticks. I'm not whining about it. I'm just saying I had a rough week. So I'm doing okay. Yeah. For me, it's been a rough week, but I normally have back pain, so well, I appreciate it, Victor, and hope everybody is doing okay. Hello, Judy. Welcome. We're about done tonight, but next week, let me see. On Thursday, that'll be the first week of February, and I don't have anything going on Thursday. I may do something, but I'm not sure. I might start doing the first week of first Thursday of the month. I might start doing a premiere like I did last night. I tried to make sure nobody else was live, but Joel and Spike, their channel was live at the same time I was, and I felt bad for doing that, but I didn't see anybody else live at that point, and so at that, well, other than podcasts and whatnot going on, which there's a lot going on Wednesday night. And so, yeah, I'll probably have that something I do on the first Thursday of every month. And then the second Thursday, we'll be back with an Endless Quest book. We're going to be Night of the Tigers. So that should be a lot of fun next month. Let me see. Couldn't help me much since I have the flu. Yeah, Tiger's been down with the flu, and I think I've had a little bit of it, which is probably added to it. Yes, this Monday we're going to be doing Ravagers of Carnage. Will be session 11, I'm pretty sure. We'll check that. Ravagers of Carnage session 11. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I had to redo my whole calendar. I got a new computer recently, and Microsoft updated my calendar and decided to delete all my calendar information, so I've had to redo everything. So that's been kind of a nightmare. You've been waiting for Night of the Tiger, Victor? I have too. I've only read that one once, so it should be some fun. Tiger says, I'm not disagreeing. Brie says, stop blaming me, Tiger. I don't have the flu. Anyway, Ray had asked, this is the original. What is and so is this box set, the Mark of Amber. What I did pick up recently was as a print-on-demand copy through Dash RPG is this Rules Encyclopedia. Now, this is a big, thick, heavy-duty hardback, and it's a little pricey, but it's not that expensive compared to the original. The original can get up pretty high in the $200 to $300 range. I've actually seen it more than that. And in condition as how old it is, that's a lot of money to spend on a game book that you're probably not going to use, which is my case. I've always wanted one, so I was like, I had the opportunity to get one, and so I jumped on it. Had one mailed to me, and I'm not disappointed at all with the print quality or anything. So it's been really nice. Let's see. You haven't read that one, the Night of the Tiger. Like I said, I read it just the one time there, Victor. You guys have been great, and I'm sorry I keep losing my train of thought. But I'm gonna call it here, guys. Thank everybody for joining me in the chat, and anybody who watches this replay, thanks for watching. I hope I was able to convey what Castle Amber is. I know just saying that it's a great module doesn't mean anything to a lot of people, but I hope I basically conveyed everything the module means to me. And if you get a chance, I'm pretty sure it is on Drive-Thru RPG to pick up as a PDF. At least it may not be print on demand, but it might be. So it'll definitely be a good one to get. Also, there's a company called Goodman Games that has put out a revised edition and expansion of it. Very big, thick hardback book. I can't speak to the content of it, but the book looks nice, and it does include the original adventure as well. So at least that's through the reviews and stuff I've watched on it. That should be the case. So I could be wrong on that one, but I don't think so. So yes, it is a fun module, and I appreciate y'all being here. And on that note, I'm going to say Logan out, and I'm going to play the tribute video again for those of you who may have missed it. Like I said, love this adventure, and I hope it inspires you guys to either go out and get it or have your referee play it. So let's stop you here. Say bye. All right, so here we go. Good night, everybody. I appreciate you being here.
Your party has been traveling overland to Glantry City, tracking down rumors that one of the princes of Glantry is looking for brave adventurers willing to undertake a special mission, for a suitable fee, of course. You were especially eager to receive the commission, because the princes of Glantry are noted for their generosity, not only with money but also magical gifts. Leading pack mules laden with supplies, you have been following a river that the local inhabitants assured you would lead you to Glantry City. Unfortunately, no hired guide was available, and either the directions given you were wrong or you have taken the wrong fork by mistake. At any rate, you have good reason to suspect that you are lost and will have to retrace your route tomorrow. The sun is setting and it is time to make camp. The most defensible campsite is on a nearby hill. The night passes safely, though everyone's sleep is plagued with nightmares. When the sun finally rises, you stare out at a world gone mad. Instead of the hill where you made camp last night, your bedrolls now lie in the foyer of an ornate mansion. A freshly swept carpet graces the floor. The walls are decorated with bright, colorful tapestries. Brass candelabras line the entranceway. They show signs of having recently been polished and are filled with candles. More frightening than the sudden change from wilderness to a mansion, is the smoky grey mist which surrounds the mansion at a distance of 30 feet, blocking all sight beyond. No sound penetrates the mist. A mule which accidentally wandered into the mist was quickly lost to sight, though its lead rope was clearly visible at the edge of the mist. When the rope was hauled back in, the dead body of the mule was dragged back into the sunlight. What killed the mule cannot be determined, but it died with a horrible look of pain on its face. The mist advances on the mansion even as the party watches, but luckily it does not enter the foyer. The double doorway to the interior swing open into the main hallway by themselves. To those who would be free. The secret that will break the curse surrounding Castle Amber and lift the grey mist is engraved on the inside lid of Stephen Amber's casket. To summon Prince Stephen's tomb from beyond space and time, 4 magical items are needed. The 4 items, the enchanted sword of Scylla, the viper-circled mirror, the ring of Ibon, and a potion of time travel, can all be found in Averoin, our old homeland. Touch ring to viper's tail. Anoint the sword with the potion. Shatter the mirror with the sword, and Prince Stephen's tomb will appear. Search first for the Gate of the Silver Keys. Scylla. The enchanted sword. Sephora. Meliki. Viones. The viper-circled mirror. Gasper du Nord. Peregrine. The ring of Ibon. Luc le Chaudronnier. Les Hibou. Times. Potion of time travel. Azadarak. Jahon. Moriomis.
All right, it's over. Go on home now.